Serie A, Italian pronunciation, SRJEA, also called Serie A TIM due to sponsorship by TIM, is a professional league competition for football clubs located at the top of the Italian football league system and has been operating for over 80 years since the 1929-30 season. It had been organized by Lega Calcio until 2010, but a new league, the Lega Serie A, was created for the 2010-11 season. Serie A is regarded as one of the best football leagues in the world, and it is often depicted as the most tactical national league. Serie A is the world's second strongest national league according to IFFHS and has produced the highest number of European Cup finalists. Italian clubs have reached the final of the competition on a record 27 different occasions, winning the title 12 times. Serie A is ranked fourth among European leagues according to UEFA's league coefficient, behind La Liga, the Bundesliga, the Premier League, and ahead of League One, which is based on the performance of Italian clubs in the Champions League and the Europa League during the last 5 years. Serie A led the UEFA ranking from 1986 to 1988 and from 1990 to 1999. In its current format, the Italian Football Championship was revised from having regional and inter-regional rounds to a single-tier league from the 1929-30 season onwards. The championship titles won prior to 1929 are officially recognized by FIGC with the same weighting as titles that were subsequently awarded. However, the 1945-46 season, when the league was played over 2 geographical groups due to the ravages of World War II, is not statistically considered, even if its title is fully official. All the winning teams are recognized with the title of Campione d'Italia, Champion of Italy, which is ratified by the Lega Serie A before the start of the next edition of the championship. More players have won the coveted Ballon d'Or award while playing at a Serie A club than any other league in the world, although Spain's La Liga has the highest total number of Ballon d'Or winners including the FIFA Ballon d'Or. Juventus, Italy's most successful club of the 20th century and the most successful Italian team, is tied for 4th in Europe and 8th in the world with the most official international titles. The club is also the only one in the world to have won all possible official continental competitions and the world title. Milan is joint third club for official international titles won in the world, with 18. Internazionale, following their achievements in the 2009-10 season, became the first Italian team to have achieved a treble. Juventus, Milan and Inter, along with Roma, Fiorentina, Lazio and Napoli, are known as the Seven Sisters of Italian football. Format For most of Serie A's history, there were 16 or 18 clubs competing at the top level. Since 2004-05, however, there have been 20 clubs altogether. One season, 1947-48, was played with 21 teams for political reasons. Below is a complete record of how many teams played in each season throughout the league's history. 18 clubs, 1929 to 1934. 16 clubs, 1934 to 1942. 18 clubs, 1942 to 1946. 20 clubs, 1946-1947. 21 clubs, 1947-1948. 20 clubs, 1948 to 1952. 18 clubs, 1952 to 1967. 16 clubs, 1967 to 1988. 18 clubs, 1988 to 2004. 20 clubs, 2004 present. During the season, which runs from August to May, each club plays each of the other teams twice, once at home and once away, totaling 38 games for each team by the end of the season. Thus, in Italian football a true round-robin format is used. In the first half of the season, called the Andata, each team plays once against each league opponent, for a total of 19 games. In the second half of the season, called the Ritorno, the teams play in exactly the same order that they did in the first half of the season, the only difference being that home and away situations are switched. Since the 1994-95 season, teams are awarded 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw and no points for a loss. Since Italy is currently rated 4th in Europe in terms of club football ratings, the top 3 teams in the Serie A qualify for the UEFA Champions League. From the 2011-12 season, the top 2 teams qualify directly to the group phase, while the third-place team enters the competition at the playoff qualifying round and must win a 2-legged knockout tie in order to enter the group phase. Teams finishing 4th and 5th qualify for the UEFA Europa League tournament. A third UEFA Europa League spot is reserved for the winner of the Coppa Italia. If the Coppa Italia champion already qualified for European football by finishing among the top 5 teams in Serie A, the 6th ranked ranked team in Serie A is awarded the UEFA Europa League spot. The 3 lowest placed teams are relegated to Serie B. From 2005-06 season, if 2 or more teams are tied in points for every place, the deciding tiebreakers are follows: head-to-head records, results and points, goal difference of head-to-head games, goal difference overall, higher number of goals scored, draw. Until 2004-05 season, a playoff would be used to determine the champions. European spots are relegation. If the 2 teams were tied on points, any playoff was held after the end of regular season. The last championship playoff occurred in the 1963-64 season when Bologna and Inter both finished on 54 points. Bologna won the playoff 2-0. Serie A clubs For more details, see list of Italian football championship clubs. Prior to 1929, many clubs competed in the top level of Italian football, as the earlier rounds were competed up to 1922 on a regional basis, then interregional up to 1929. Below is a list of Serie A clubs who have competed in the competition when it has been a league format, 66 in total. Serie A members for 2016-17 Seasons in Serie A There are 66 teams that have taken part in 85 Serie A championships in a single round that was played from the 1929-30 season until the 2016-17 season. The teams in bold compete in Serie A currently. Internazionale is the only team that has played Serie A football in every season. History Serie A, as it is structured today, began during the 1929-1930 season. From 1898 to 1922, the competition was organized into regional groups. Because of ever-growing teams attending regional championships, the Italian Football Federation (FIGC) split the CCI Italian Football Confederation in 1921. When CCI teams rejoined, the FIGC created 2 inter-regional divisions, renaming categories into divisions and splitting FIGC sections into 2 north-south leagues. In 1926, due to internal crises, the FIGC changed internal settings, adding southern teams to the national division, ultimately leading to the 1929-30 final settlement. No title was awarded in 1927 after Torino were stripped of the championship by the FIGC. Torino were declared champions in the 1948-49 season following a plane crash near the end of the season in which the entire team was killed. The Serie A championship title is often referred to as the Scudetto, small shield, because since the 1924-25 season, the winning team will bear a small coat of arms with the Italian tricolor on their strip in the following season. The most successful club is Juventus with 32 championships, followed by both Milan and Internazionale, with 18 championships apiece. From 2004-05 onwards, an actual trophy was awarded to club on the pitch after the last turn of the championship. The trophy, called the Coppa Campioni d'Italia, has officially been used since the 1960-61 season, but between 1961 and 2004 was consigned to the winning clubs at the head office of the Lega Nazionale Professionista. On the 30th of April 2009, Serie A announced a split from Serie B. 19 of the 20 clubs voted in favor of the move in an argument over television rights. The relegation threatened Lecce had voted against the decision. Maurizio Beretta, the former head of Italy's Employers Association, became president of the new league. On the 14th of April 2016, it was announced that Serie A was selected by the International Football Association Board to test video replays, which will initially be private for the 2016-17 season, before allowing them to become a live pilot phase with replay assistance by the 2017-18 season at the latest. On the decision, FIGC President Carlo Tavecchio said, "We were among the first supporters of using technology on the pitch, and we believe we have everything required to offer our contribution to this important experiment." Television rights In the past, individual clubs competing in the league had the rights to sell their broadcast rights to specific channels throughout Italy, unlike in most other European countries. Currently, the 2 broadcasters in Italy are the satellite broadcaster Sky Italia and terrestrial broadcaster Mediaset Premium for its own pay television networks. Rai is allowed to broadcast only highlights, in exclusive from 13:30 to 22:30 CET. This is a list of television rights in Italy. Until 2009-10, Sky Italia, all matches. Mediaset Premium, all matches of Milan, Inter, Juventus, Lazio, Roma, Napoli, and matches in-house and guests of the above teams of Genoa, Atalanta, Chievo, Bari. Rai, highlights. For the 2010-11 and 2011-12 seasons, Serie A clubs negotiating club TV rights collectively rather than individually for the first time since 1998-99. The domestic rights for those 2 seasons were sold $4 billion to Sky Italia, International Global rights for the 2010-11 and 2011-12 seasons were sold $4 million to MP and Silva in countries and territories outside of Italy. The league is broadcast on Rai Italia, numerous countries in several continents, BT Sport, United Kingdom, CBC Sport, Azerbaijan, Setanta Sports, Ireland, Bein Sports, Spain, Sport TV, Portugal, Teleclub, Switzerland, Bein Sports USA, United States as well as Canada, while not having a broadcast channel, TV Esporte Interativo, Fox Sports, Brazil, ESPN Latin America, Brazil and Caribbean, CCTV5, China, Sony ESPN, India, Bein Sports, Middle East and North Africa, Astro Supersport, Malaysia, Global TV, Jack TV, Trans 7, Topaz TV, Indonesia, Neo Sports, True Visions, Thailand, Mio TV, Singapore, Fox Sports, Netherlands, OTE Sport, Greece, 11 Sports Network, Poland, Sport 1, Czech Republic and Slovakia, NTV Turkey, BTV Action, Ring, Bulgaria, Arena Sport, Croatia, Arena Sport, Bosnia and Herzegovina, DigiSport, Romania, Match TV, Russia, Arena Sport, Serbia, Arena Sport, Montenegro, Arena Sport, Macedonia, Supersport, Albania, IPKO, Kosovo, MultiChoice, South Africa, Sport 5, Israel, HITV, Nigeria, Sport 1, Lithuania, Canal 9, Denmark and Norway, Sportbox, Mongolia, Stoth 2 Sport, Iceland, Bein Sports, Australia, Caracol TV, Colombia. In the 1990s, Serie A was at its most popular in the United Kingdom when it was shown on Channel 4, although it has actually appeared on more UK channels than any other league, rarely staying in one place for long. Since 2002, Serie A has appeared in the UK on BSB Sports Channel 1990-91, Sky Sports 1991-92, Channel 4 1992-2002, Eurosport 2002-04, Setanta Sports and Bravo 2004-07, Channel 5 2007-8, ESPN 2009-13, and BT Sport since 2013. Champions Bold indicates clubs which will play in the 2016-17 Serie A. The overall first places of Juventus are 33-32 victories of the championship and 1 Scudetto revoked in 2004-5. The overall first places of Torino are 8-7 victories of the championship and 1 Scudetto revoked in 1926-27. The overall first places of Genoa are 8. The Scudetto won in 1914-15 was assigned to the club with the first, second place final unplayed. A decoration was awarded to Spezia in 2002 by the FIGC for the 1944 wartime championship. However, the FIGC has stated that it cannot be considered as a Scudetto. By city by region records players non-EU players Unlike La Liga, which imposed a quota on the number of non-EU players on each club, Serie A clubs could sign as many non-EU players as available on domestic transfer. During the 1980s and 1990s, most Serie A clubs signed a large number of players from foreign nations, both EU and non-EU members. Notable foreign players to play in Serie A during this era included England internationals Paul Gascoigne and David Platt, France's Michel Platini and Laurent Blanc, Lothar Matthäus and Jürgen Klinsmann from Germany, Dutchman Ruud Gullit and Dennis Bergkamp, and Argentina's Diego Maradona. In the middle of the 2001 season, the old quota system was abolished, which no longer limited each team to having more than 5 non-EU players and using no more than 3 in each match. Concurrent with the abolishment of the quota, the FIGC had investigated footballers that used fake passports. However, most of the bans were subsequently reduced. The number of non-EU players was reduced from 265 in 2002-03 season to 166 in 2006-07 season. It also included players who received EU status after their respective countries joined the EU. See 2004 and 2007 enlargement, which made players such as Adrian Mutu, Valery Bojinov, Marek Jankulovski and Marius Stankovic EU players. The rule underwent minor changes in August 2004, June 2005, June 2006, and June 2007. Since the 2008-09 season, 3 quotas have been awarded to clubs that do not have non-EU players in their squad. Previously only newly promoted clubs could have 3 quotas. Clubs that have 1 non-EU player have 2 quotas. Those clubs that have 2 non-EU players are awarded 1 quota and 1 conditional quota, which is awarded after 1. Transferred 1 non-EU player player abroad, or 2. Release one non-EU player as free agent, or 3. A non-EU player received EU nationality. Clubs with 3 or more non-EU players have 2 conditional quotas, but releasing 2 non-EU players as free agent will only have 1 quota instead of 2. Serie B and Lega Pro clubs cannot sign non-EU player from abroad, except those followed the club promoted from Serie D. Large clubs with many foreigners usually borrow quotas from other clubs that have few foreigners or no foreigners in order to sign more non-EU players. For example, Adrian Mutu joined Juventus via Livorno in 2005, as at the time Romania was not a member of the EU. Other examples include Julio Cesar, Victor Obina and Maxwell, who joined Internazionale from Chievo, first 2, and Empoli respectively. On the 2nd of July 2010, the above conditional quota reduced back to 1, though if a team did not have any non-EU players, that team could still sign up to 3 non-EU players. In 2011 the signing quota reverted to 2. Homegrown players Serie A also imposed homegrown players rule, a modification of homegrown player rule. UEFA. Unlike UEFA, Serie A at first did not cap the number of players in first-team squad at 25, meaning the club could employ more foreigners by increasing the size of the squad. However, a cap of 25, under 21 players were excluded, was introduced to 2015-16 season. In 2015-16 season, squads simply require 8 homegrown players but not require 4 of them from their own youth team. In the 2016-17 season, the FIGC sanctioned Sassuolo for fielding an eligible player, Antonino Ragusa. In 2015-16 season, the following quota was announced. FIFA World Players of the Year Lothar Matthäus, 1991, Internazionale. Marco van Basten, 1992, Milan. Roberto Baggio, 1993, Juventus. George Weah, 1995, Milan 2. Ronaldo, 19,972 and 20,021, Internazionale. Zinedine Zidane, 1998, 2000, Juventus. Pavel Nedved, 2003, Juventus. Fabio Cannavaro, 2006, Juventus 1. Kaká, 2007, Milan. 1 player was a member of the club for the first half of the calendar year, the second part of a finished season, January to May. 2 player was a member of the club for the second half of the calendar year, the first part of a new season, August to December. Official match ball 2007-2008, Nike T90 Aero 2. 2008-2009, Nike T90 Omni. 2009-2010, Nike T90 Ascente. 2010-2011, Nike T90 Tracer. 2011-2012, Nike Sadiro. 2012-2013, Nike Maxim. 2013-2014, Nike Insight. 2014-present, Nike Ortum. Kickoff times Until 1993, Serie A matches were all played at the same time, on Sunday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. or 4:30 p.m., depending on the number of hours of daylight. For the 1993-94 season, Lega Calcio made a notable change. A deferred match, scheduled for Sunday evening at 8:30 p.m., 8:45 p.m. from 2009-10, was made possible. This format was changed again in 1999-2000, due to the emergence of pay television in Italian football. Saturday, 2 matches, the first at 6 p.m. and the second at 8:45. Sunday, most of a match day begins at 3 p.m., while a deferred match is still possible. In 2004, due to the presence of 20 teams, it also became possible to play in midweek, on Wednesday evening, with some matches on Tuesday and others on Thursday, at 8:45. In 2010, a lunch match was introduced, a match played on Sunday at 12:30. Finally, for a few weeks, matches can be played on Friday or on Monday, in the evenings. See also List of Serie A players. List of foreign Serie A players. Coppa Campioni d'Italia. Italian football clubs in international competitions. UEFA coefficient. List of Italian football club owners. Campionato Nazionale Primavera. References External links Official website. Italian, English. FIGC official website.